So when acquisition costs rise, brand is what protects the profit margin. Hi, I'm Alex Montchovsky and I'm the NXT Voice. The most important thing in my career is how we optimize the idea of love brand, which will actually create the growth and the customer retention. It will optimize the opportunity of how that growth will become easier because there is a certain baseline due to the concept of customers being very much engaged with the brand itself. Throughout my journey as a site lead of Amazon or leading large organizations in the beauty and cosmetics and fashion world, there's always one area that is very common, and that's how do we minimize acquisition costs. And usually that happens when we build a brand strategy with a very strong brand equity that will support a foundation and a baseline for that particular growth. So when acquisition costs rise, brand is what protects the profit margin. So it's extremely important to consider how in the area of NGOs, how important the brand is to ensure lower acquisition costs and quite a strong efficiency of the campaigns. UNICEF is a very strong name. Protecting the brand is in the core of the organization because we're focusing on quite a lot of data-driven decisions when it comes to connecting with the donors. Transparency is the key, but at the end, it's the emotional connection of the donors that have with the specific brand as UNICEF. A lot of times people make the mistake when they work in the NGO to really focus on campaign-based marketing. So they're going from launching campaigns, optimizing campaigns, and that cycle continues. But what is more important is to really focus on how to create the brand itself that will drive the growth potentially, giving higher retention of the donors and better opportunity of how the donors can connect to the brand and have that emotional connection. There are three areas that are very important. Creating sort of a mystery behind the storytelling. Storytelling is very important in brand building. Sensuality, so creating the design and touch points that the brand is really focusing on. And then, of course, at the end, consistency. So really being able to portray what the brand is about and how emotional connection can be built up. All three things are leading to a love brand strategy. So then the brand becomes the core of that particular baseline. What is very important when someone is building a brand strategy is to really focus on what is the USP of that specific company that is able to differentiate from the rest. Easy to say, but hard to actually implement because there usually a lot of companies are focusing on 3-4 things. One of the main things that usually people make mistake is to expand in various different options when it comes to campaigns. Sometimes less is more, and most of the time less is more, which means that less campaigns, stronger focus on milestone campaigns can trigger a better impact. A lot of times in the current circumstances when it comes to paid digital advertising, there is a lot of cannibalization if a lot of campaigns are being set. So having a more focused strategy actually provides a better opportunity to grow, and it creates a better essence of what customers, donors will be able to absorb. One of the aspects where everybody is really focusing on is either creative, very unique storytelling or really focusing on measuring success. I think a combination of both is there. There's always an intuition of where a specific brand or creativity should go. It should always be measured. I think that one of the aspects is having the right tools and measurement KPIs that would actually define the whole upper funnel and really address all the specific touch points on how we measure that. I always say there is a triangle in every marketing strategy. One is the product, the other one is operational excellence, and the third one is customer intimacy. And so depending on the company, one of those three are a bit more enhanced than the others. The main aspect will be what do we measure and how do we improve further. Curiosity is actually the human's virtue of success and growth. So being curious in regards to what could come next is something that we should never forget, regardless of how far we are in our career. I think that learning is a lifelong journey. So from that perspective, whoever is curious is able to find better paths and optimize their growth towards the goal they would like to achieve. So be curious and keep on growing.